All right, link your stinkers. Another day in paradise. Let's go, come on. Lights, lights. Okay, another start of the day. So it is officially 8 a.m. starting off the day. You saw Link is just chilling in his favorite spot at the studio, and I've got a fun one today. So Acer sent over their new Acer Swift laptop. They thought I would do this cool little challenge, how I use the device. Typically, this is like where I review stuff like in my studio, but I've got a lot of cool stuff actually going on in my life right now. Obviously, studio is getting kind of renovated for when I move out. I've got some house updates and also some new car stuff. So I think like 3 or 4 different things to do. It is a busy day, and thanks to Acer for sponsoring this and providing you a bit of a glimpse on behind the scenes of all the different projects that I get up to. But we will start off first with this guy and getting him out of the box. So the first thing that I did was actually take out the laptop from its first box. It's almost like a box in a box. So you can see it's the new Acer Swift 14, but this is the actual computer itself. You can see the first box, it's in white. So unwrapping it, you can see the color matches. It's in pearl white. It's made out of magnesium aluminum. So it's super lightweight. Like that's the first thing that I noticed right now. So it's under 1 kilogram. This is one of the lightest laptops that I've actually had the chance to hold. You can almost hold it with just 2 fingers. And since the laptop is pure white, I'm actually going to put this gray felt mouse pad underneath, and you typically don't see that in the final shot, but from this BTS you can actually see some of the thought process that goes behind content. Now I can flip the laptop around and you can see it a lot better. And now we're back to the regular A-roll set that you guys are kind of used to seeing, but we're actually recording on 3 cameras. So we've got obviously camera A. Once again, camera B is the behind the scenes stuff. Once again, not as clean and tidy as what you guys are used to seeing. I'm actually just gonna switch the audio from there to my, I guess, like more professional A-roll set. So that switch just happened. This is the laptop. So this is typically where I get to talk about specs of it. Like I said, the very first thing that I noticed was this matte display. Those huge windows, you can actually see I've got this like big studio light here. This is pretty much reflecting 0 light. And as an actual spec, this has the world's first Corning Gorilla Matte Pro Glass on a laptop. Even as I tilt it up and down, you aren't getting any of that nasty glare. And like I said, it flips to 180 degrees. This thing is so light. Once again, that's 2 fingers kind of just holding it, less than 1 kilogram, but it still doesn't compromise on any of the internals. This is rocking one of the latest Intel Core Ultra 9 processors, the 288V. It's obviously a Copilot Plus PC, so it has some of the latest AI stuff built in. You can see it is running the Intel Arc graphics, which is technically integrated. You can also see some of the other certs for the display. So it is a 3K panel. It's 120 Hertz. It's an OLED touchscreen, and with that extra benefit of having a matte display, once again, once we leave the studio, go a bit more outside on some of the different shoots, you'll really see how that helps cut down with the reflections. So it still has 32 gigs of RAM, a terabyte SSD. For the rest of the ports, you've got pretty loaded. You've got HDMI 2.1, you've got a USB-A jack, dual Thunderbolt 4 on one side, and then on the other, you just have the headphone jack, your second USB-A, and of course, your little safety mechanism for locking it in case you need it. One little thing that I did notice is on the trackpad, which has some clickiness to it. The mic can pick it up. It's decent size, and on the top right of it, you actually have the activity indicator, which lights up, which is kind of seamlessly built into the trackpad. Full chiclet style keyboard. It's got some like really nice travel to it. You know, one of the biggest things that I do in my day-to-day business is say like I'm just emailing with brands, kind of coordinating things. I am guiltily on Outlook as my email client. This will be very nice to type those out for hours at a time. And usually with magnesium aluminum laptops, since I've tested out so many, the big indicator for them trying to save weight is kind of the give or the flex on it. This doesn't move that much. Like I'm not getting that much screen wiggle. Like it doesn't feel cheap in any way. It still has like a premium design, but like I said, super lightweight. That is kind of what we shoot in the studio. Let's move on to the second part of the day, which I think might be a bit more fun. And I think that is a wrap. So really happy how the interior turned out on my car. If you guys just saw, got that completely swapped out. Obviously got it done in orange. Big fan of the color, and I think it ties in
everything super perfectly, like Pepita. If you're a big 911 fan, you know that that's really heritage. And obviously the contrast with the orange stitching looks so good. So I'm gonna take some of that footage now that we shot, like both vertical, horizontal for like short form for YouTube. And I'll actually just show you guys right here. So obviously there is the car right there looking really good. And on the passenger seat, I actually brought the laptop here. So let's actually grab this. We'll go inside the house right now and then we can do some edits and see what everything looks like. And look, who's here to greet us. Hi. Have you just been waiting inside like a good boy? Yeah? Hi. Hi, are we gonna do some edits right now? Lead the way. Okay, everything onto the laptop right now. Little time check. It is 12 o'clock on the dot actually, and everything into Resolve here. So you can actually see completely unplugged. This isn't actually tethered to anything. We aren't losing any frames. You can see how smooth the footage looks, and I can actually multitask, go into Lightroom and see some of the shots that I took. So I'm just gonna spend a little bit of time editing, and that's the real benefit of this computer. You can use it obviously unplugged, untethered, the performance is still there. That's one of the big benefits of the Intel Core Ultra. I'm able to seamlessly switch between productivity tasks thanks to its 3 powerful AI accelerators. That's the CPU, NPU, and the GPU kind of all working together. And I think for the next little bit, I'm just going to work on this edit. And if I ever want, I can just hit that Copilot button. I can ask it questions if I'm curious, maybe about the car, maybe about some of the features, and let's hit a bit of an editing session right now. All right, so midday, taking a bit of a break from the edit, we are sitting at around like 73–74% battery life, which is really good. But one thing that I remember when I was initially like designing like this entire place was using this app called SketchUp. It's kind of like an entry 3D designing software. You can actually access it just straight from the web. It's actually kind of cool to go through the original drawings, which I made, to kind of see what the differences were. Like for example, we kind of nailed the large 4 windows from the SketchUp to what we have here. We of course got maybe some of the details like the stairs wrong. We just didn't know that this had to be like actually part of the structure. But for the rest of it, living room into the TV room, which the TV room console looks honestly very similar. Maybe we missed out a bit on link. And even the kitchen, they all came out really close, which is really cool to kind of check back on. Obviously, the performance of the Swift Edge 14 has been great, and even under direct sunlight. So if we come back to the big room here with all the windows, we can use it without pretty much any reflections. It's still usable with that fully matte display. And even when we were outside shooting content of the car right there, still very easy to see. Okay. Link, you're in the way of the video. You're right in the way. Look, camera's right here. Can I film? Thank you. What's up? So it is end of day. We're just kind of heading out now. Lots of good stuff at the house. Link obviously in tow, and we will head back to my place and wrap up the rest of the day. Right, Baba? Touch. All right, Link, let's go. Okay, go. We're home. We've made it. Link, we made it back home, buddy. Okay, ready? Show the people what you got on camera. Ready? 1, 2, 3, hip. Oh, it's a 1 for 1. Good boy. Okay, that is a long one. Just gonna drop off all the stuff. Long day, especially shooting out in the sun. All the car stuff really zaps you, but usually when I kind of wind down, I try to play maybe like 10–15 minutes of gaming a day. I'm not gonna be playing like any AAA titles, but Maple Story, if any of you are familiar, like 2D MMORPG, it's been out for like 15 years. I just do my daily little fix. I did download Warhammer Space Marine 2 on this. It's not gonna run at the highest settings, but considering this has integrated graphics, you're still able to play on like lowish settings and still like untethered, unplugged, which I feel like for most laptops, it just would stutter. It wouldn't even be able to handle. So you have that option. I also like to show you guys what I do. Boom. Oh, I am going to join Link on the couch. He is pooped also. Link, you mind if I hop in with you here? I'm gonna put my feet up. Oh, I don't wanna disturb. 1, 2, laptop out. And you can see the time, 6:01. And now on YouTube, this is where I get to watch like a little bit of content. If you guys haven't seen this before, it's a Local Project, which is an architectural YouTube channel. Just covers some of the nicest houses, a lot of like inspo for my stuff. This is where I like to veg, just watch content on a screen. What's nice, the laptop is super lightweight, just plop it down. Link is also hanging out. And that is pretty much like my evening or the rest of the day. I'm maybe gonna do this for like an hour, cook some dinner, and then I actually am watching a show tonight, Rufus DeSalle. If any of you guys are fans, they're in town in Toronto, so that will conclude my day. That'll be my time with the laptop. Solid performance. Hope you guys enjoyed like a day in my life, how I actually use stuff. Hope you enjoyed seeing Link be Link. And some cool little projects, cool little updates to the house, and tying it all together with this bad boy. Catch you in one of my next ones. Peace.